The drama, The Bear by Anton Chekhov. This is a stage drama. You may have watched, enjoyed stage dramas. If you have enjoyed or ever watched a stage drama, you will understand this script very easily. Sometimes you may have in your schools or somewhere else watched stage dramas. The writer of this drama is Anton Chekhov. He's from Russia. You know the country, Russia. Russia is very famous for literary creations. There had been many writers in Russia. Russian literature is world famous. And Anton Chekhov is one of those famous, recognized Russian writers. You may have heard this name before. Chekhov is very famous for writing dramas or making literary creations on the subject of humor. Most of his creations are highly humorous, but still they have some truth. They have some truth about life. Some truth about life. Hands up those who have read this drama, this script, before you come into this class. Sometimes in your school, your teacher must have touched this. Yes. Is there anyone? Geet raised hand, very good. What about others? Okay. Now, this Russian playwright, Anton Chekhov, he wrote about some specific group of people of his society, known as landowners society. මෙයා ගොඩක් කතා පාදක කරගත්තේ මේ රුසියානු ඉඩම් හිමි සමාජය තමයි යගේ setting එක. We call it landowners society. That was Russian middle class. They were rich. They also had a subculture, their own way of life. එයාලට වෙනම උප සංස්කෘතියක් තිබුණා. වෙනම ජීවන ක්‍රමයක් තිබුණා. Now, Chekhov himself, is from this landowner society. Many of his writings depicts the problems, life, their attitudes, and their culture, their economy, and all those facts writes about this landowners society. Landowners society. Chekhov examines their lives and create stories depicting their lives. Sometimes he is critical, sometimes he is sarcastic, sometimes he laughs at those people of his contemporary men and women through his creations. His writings are much enjoyable to read because of the humor, criticism, and all those things present. Even this drama, The Bear, is highly humorous. The characters are seriously criticized, laughed at by Chekhov. This drama belongs to the comedy. Now there are two types of dramas in English literature. One type is comedy, other type is tragedy. Comedy means which ends in happily. There is happy ending. All characters of the play are happy. And in tragic drama, it happily starts and unhappily ends. Tragic dramas have unhappy endings. You have both types in the syllabus. This Bear is a comedy because it has happy ending. Twilight of a Crane is a tragedy because it has a tragic ending. Therefore, that is the genre category of this drama. Now here, Chekhov takes real-life characters, characters from his own society. There are no fantastic or unreal characters in his writings. Even in short stories, he wrote so many short stories as well. Even in those stories, characters are really real, really human. Really human. Really human. But in the other drama, that Twilight of a Crane, the character who is not human is a fantastic, unreal character. Now, here in this drama, Chekhov never writes about writes on fantasy. He examines real nature of life, real nature of people. This drama was written long ago. I think towards the end of the 19th century, but still it appeals, it has some application to our everyday life. Everyday life, even today, we still meet people like Popova and Smirnov in this drama. However, Chekhov writings are highly enjoyable, far from monotony, not monotonous, because it is our life. It's our life, our society, our feelings and thoughts. He examines. Even this man, Chekhov, has been to Sri Lanka also once in a temporary visit. Anton Chekhov. Chekhov was professionally a doctor, but his part-time leisure time job is to write stories. He loves both. He loves to treat people as a doctor, as well as he loves to entertain people by writing stories. Writing stories. Therefore, he's a genius. He has two professions. One is a doctor, the other is a writer. A rare talent. Therefore, this man, Anton Chekhov, is a person who added much to English literature as well as Russian literature. You know, he wrote more than 800 short stories, and many of them have been translated into English. He wrote originally in Russian language, but he is a classical writer now. That is something about Anton Chekhov, who wrote this drama, The Bear. Okay, let's write down some words or few words on this writer and its background before we go into the drama, reading of the drama. Okay, take your notebook and write down the title, The Bear, by Anton Chekhov. Write the name in the correct way because at the examination, wrong spellings are penalized, are punished by the reduction of the marks. ලකුණු කපන නම් වරද්දලා ලිව්වොත් විභාගෙදී හරියට ලියන නම The Bear by Anton Chekhov. Okay. Write down the introduction. The introduction, that's the subtitle, the introduction. Okay. Write down Anton Chekhov was a Russian playwright, P-L-A-Y-W-R-I-G-H-T, playwright, and short story writer, who is considered to be one of the greatest writers of all time. Chekhov was professionally a doctor, but writing was his part-time entertainment or hobby, part-time hobby. part-time hobby. His writing. His writings are so famous today that no one knows Chekhov as a physician, Physcian. Physician means doctor. 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 Next paragraph. Chekhov wrote a specific social group of his time known as the landowners society. Landowners society. It was a society of a subculture with a specific way of life customs and traditions customs and traditions customs and traditions customs and traditions, and beliefs, attitudes, specific specific to that society. That society. The people of landowner society were very rich, and their primary concern of life and their primary concern of life was to expand their land, LNDS, lands, and other material property, including money. This society is open. To any person who has money, to buy lands. Who has money to buy lands. Chekhov himself was a poor farmer, but from earnings through his medical practices, he too entered landowner society. he too ended landowners society. Landowners society. In the drama Bear, in the drama Bear, Chekhov presents a detailed image. Chekhov presents a detailed image of this particular society. This particular society. Now that is something about the writer and it's his background for this drama. Next, we have to discuss the synopsis or the plot summary of this play, because you must know the story. Without proper understanding about the story, you will not understand or even write answers at the examination. It's not a long story, it's very short and sweet. There are not so many characters, only 3 characters. And it's a short drama, definitely. Within 30 minutes, you can finish this drama on stage, but reading and analyzing and discussing it take a long time. Right, on stage, it's only a 30 minutes play. But on in our discussion, it's longer than that. Next session, in our next session, we'll discuss the plot summary or synopsis of this drama in detail. Okay.